Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to your continuing coverage of the Defense 2, brought to and organised by joinDOTA, commentated by Toshley and sponsored by Razor and BenQ. We'll be continuing on straight with the playoffs. As we do, we have EG, Evil Geniuses from the Americas, fighting it out on the Radiant side against Mousesports from the Germanys over on the Dire side. Two fan favourites, two well-known names and brands from within the Dota 2 scene. On the team of EG, we have the full roster with Malik sitting in the captain's chair, followed by Demon, Bulba, Universe, and Fear. And over on the side of Mousesports, we have 1437, placing himself straight into that captain's chair, following that up with Come With Me, Sing Sing, Black, and Bamboo. Jumping straight into the draft, the first couple of ban outs for the team of Mousesports going to be Naga Siren and that of the Tinker, with EG responding to that with a Leshrac and with a Broodmother. Fairly standard bans thus far. Naga Siren always first pick, first ban material. Tinker's typically not someone you see. It really depends if the teams like to play that Tinker, and obviously Mousesports feeling threatened by EG and that Tinker, and as a result banning him out effectively immediately. The ban's being taken out, also fairly standard. Leshrac's typically not first ban material, though he's generally first pick, and Broodmother most definitely first ban material. Rubik going to be taken out for EG, and I have to note that there are some powerhouses left. Darkseer, Lycan, just to name a couple. Then we also have Nature's Prophet, we have Chen, we have Enchantress. All these heroes are typically first ban, first pick. Maybe not so much Enchantress anymore, but Chen, Prophet, Darkseer, Lycan, most definitely. And Mousesports have to think fairly carefully about this next ban because the other team have first pick, but they have the next two picks. So maybe they don't want to ban out a powerful hero, because it means EG will get one powerful hero, we'll get two powerful heroes. There's a few mind games. 1437 has to think hard, has to think well, has to think wisely about who he takes out. Although Lycan's fairly obvious, giving Lycan to a team is never a good idea, but then again, as of late, Lycan hasn't actually been performing that well, especially against the Chinese teams. The Chinese teams seem to just know how to deal with Lycan. But what's the problem with that Lycan character? Well, he can lane really well, he can harass in lane really well thanks to those wolves. He can easily take the solo lane, he can go. So Darks is going to be taken out by Mousesports. EG are most likely going to secure themselves at Lycan, but maybe they're feeling confident enough to give it over to Mousesports. We need to remember that there are a lot of powerful heroes still in the draft. Mousesports are going to pick up two of those powerhouses, and as a result, EG might think maybe it's better that we take who seems to be the most powerful hero right now, and that is of course going to be the Lycan. And onto the topic of Lycan. Once again, he can lane fantastically, he can offlane, solo lane, duo lane, he can jungle, he can take down Roshan very early in the game. All he needs is a Vlads and some treads and a Medallion of Courage, and he is oh so ready, and as a result of the powerhouse that Lycan is, EG do secure him up for themselves. Typically, you'd be alright with letting the other team get Lycan if you can get Naga Siren, because that ensnare is great against Lycan. He's not going to be running from that, it even goes through the BKB. And Mousesports have a lot of powerful heroes available to them, as I mentioned before. Prophet, Furion, Nature's Prophet is still in the mix. We have Chen that's still around, although I don't think I've seen Mousesports play Chen all that much. But Nature's Prophet is an obvious pickup. Absolutely surefire pickup for them. You'd be silly to give him away, especially when EG secured themselves the Lycanthrope. There's a Nature's Prophet. Who do they want to go with that? They're going to pick up the Silly Bear. Mousesports, one of the few teams that will consistently play that Silly Bear. Absolutely love that hero. Great hero to... And this could possibly work well against the Lycanthrope. That Entangle, it goes through BKB. I'm certain it will go through that ultimate of Lycan. So if the Lone Druid gets a couple of lucky hits on the Lycan, Lycan could suddenly find himself in a lot of trouble, and that wolf form will not be able to save the day. So it's no doubt a great hero. Not only do Mousesports love to play him, but it's a great hero to go up against Lycan with.
5 seconds remaining.
And who do EG want to supplement the powerhouse that they've secured for themselves? Again, we have Lycanthrope. He's going to cause a lot of pain for the team of Mousesports. He'll be backdooring at every single opportunity. He'll be an absolute pain in team fights. We'll need to make sure to put not only Observer wards, but Sentry wards down by the Roshan pit in case Lycanthrope decides to pop a Smoke of Deceit and sneak his way in there, to which of course Observer wards will not be able to see him. Sentry wards of course will be able to, which is why you place those down. Mousesports is definitely going to have to play their cards very carefully, and this game could end very fast if Lycanthrope does what he does best, gets his farm up, gets his items, starts pushing towers, and all of a sudden Mousesports are going to find themselves in a horrible situation with a significant gold deficit and a lot of lost map control because suddenly all their towers are dead. Chen going to be picked up by Evil Geniuses, following that up with a Venomancer, which makes me think, part of me feels aggressive tri-lane. Whenever I see Chen, this is not really what I feel will happen, but what I want to happen, because it's awesome to watch. We can throw Lycanthrope over a down bottom solo lane. We put Chen in the jungle, in their jungle up top. We'll have Venomancer alongside that, and we'll pick up another hero to add to this composition. Got the Venomous Scale coming from the Venomancer, which is great in a tri-lane. 50% slow from level 1, fantastic. And Chen and his ability to pick up level 6 creeps is just, it works so nicely. And we can get some nice disables from that. We could get a Centaur Stomp, we could get an Ursa Warrior Clap, which is of course a slow and a nice bit of damage, or maybe a Wildkin to just be a complete and utter nuisance. And who do Mousesports want for their third hero? Where, once again, it's a very slow draft today, but of course nothing wrong with that. We're creeping our way ever so closer to the finals of the defense too, with the top prize being, I believe, 7.5 thousand euros. It's a hefty sum of money, and no doubt both teams want to secure that for themselves, so taking their time in the draft is most definitely understandable. Enigma going to be the third pickup for the team of Mousesports. Now jumping straight into the banning phase. And Mousesports, what do they lack right now? Well, they've got a good amount of versatility. All these heroes can actually go in their own lane. They can go in the jungle, or they can go solo lane, off lane, safe lane, solo mid. However, I'm going to feel that they're going to want a dedicated solo mid for that Sing Sing to play. As a result, EG might start banning out those solo mid heroes. We also don't really have a reasonable right clicker, so heroes like Anti-Mage and Morphling might start getting taken down by the team of EG.
5 seconds remaining.
It's also possible we'll take out some more heroes with some nice disables, such as Windrunner and a Shackle, SK and his Burrow Strike, anyone that can slow down and stop that Lycanthrope. The Death Prophet's going to be taken out by the team of Mousesports. I wouldn't have called that. Death Prophet provides a large amount of push, and I guess that's something that Mousesports would want going up against a Lycanthrope lineup. They need to try and out-push him, but how can you do that against a Lycanthrope? Lycan is an absolute pushing machine. I think their better plan would be to try and hold out against the team of EG as long as they can until Lycan begins to fall off, because he's actually not a particularly great late game hero. He falls off. He's really strong towards the early and mid game, but towards his later stages he will fall off. But that Lone Druid will be able to provide all the late game that Mousesports needs, provided they can get there. That's a big problem. How are they going to get to that stage? It's a Lycanthrope. And Invoker going to be taken out by Mousesports. We don't have a solo mid. Well, Lycan could go solo mid if he so desires, but I'm sure we're going to want a more dedicated solo mid hero, which is why that Invoker was taken out. Mousesports might also be looking at heroes that might synergize well with a tri-lane, someone like Night Stalker, SK, Shadow Demon. Assuming they go that aggressive tri-lane. I'm just hoping. Fingers crossed, you know. It's such a delight to see, such a delight to cast when aggressive tri-lane's fantastic. Not much reserve time to go. These slow drafts, these very slow drafts. So Ross going to be taken out. That is a 100% understandable hero to remove. 2 disables, 2 ways of stopping that Lycanthrope. However, admittedly, the Hex is not so effective against him because all it does is make a very fast chicken. But the Shackle's a 4.75 second duration channeled stun is ridiculously good against someone like a Lycanthrope. Wastes the time on his ulti. Storm Spirit going to be taken out by Mousesports. It's another solo mid hero to be removed by them. But if they wanted some solo mids, they could go with, well, it depends how they want to build it. They could go with a Morphling. They have Venomancer babysit the Morphling at mid or possibly bottom. We still need to find We still need a solo hero of some kind, because no doubt one of these heroes is going to be going into the jungle.
Mousesports' turn to pick.
I'm still feeling this tri-lane. I'm still feeling it. Chen, Venomancer, Brewmaster up top. Lycan taking the off lane. Then we just need a solo mid such as Queen of Pain or something. And Mousesports might think of picking up a Queen of Pain, not only to deny it from EG, but Mousesports also need a solo mid. Unless they want to do something a bit different, like Lone Druid solo mid.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
And we have really ticked away from this reserve time, haven't we? Draft is definitely very different from what I expected.
Windrunner at your service.
Windrunner going to be taking up another hero with some good amount of disables, and that's what we want to go up, what we want to go with against a hero such as the Lycanthrope. I'm thinking Queen of Pain for EG. With Brewmaster, I'm thinking solo mid. Assuming the Brewmaster may be Venomat. Brewmaster could also go solo mid. Have to wait and see how it all unfolds, really. But we've got a good amount of synergy. We've got great initiation to come out of the Brewmaster, some nice AoE presence to come out of him alongside the Venomancer, some global presence to come out of the Chen, and Lycanthrope may as well be a global hero because he's so fast when he pops that ultimate, as well as great push to come out of Lycan. Keeper of the Light is going to be the 5th and final pickup for the team of Evil Geniuses. Now, I'm somewhat feeling Keeper of the Light and Brewmaster would be a combination that would work out very nicely. You feed Brewmaster that mana, he will keep thunderclapping all day, every day. Probably doesn't even need to pick up himself some arcane boots if he was going to do something like that. Or maybe some arcane boots just for the extra mana. Or we could just have Keeper of the Light harass as much as possible with the use of that Illuminate.
5 seconds.
For the lanes coming out of EG, possible we could see, say, Keeper of the Light solo bottom just to be an absolute nuisance to whoever is laning it up against. Queen of Pain going to be the 5th and final pickup for the team of Mousesports. There's our solo mid. Trying to guess the lanes coming in from Mousesports. I'm going to say we'll have Enigma in the jungle. We'll have Windrunner going possibly one of the solo lanes. Queen of Pain solo mid. We'll have and Lone Druid again in one of the solo lanes. As for the I'm honestly not that sure. My prediction skills this game have actually been really, really bad. I have no idea what's going on. Looking at who's playing who, jumping straight into the action. Please no pause. What is wrong with Keeper of the Light? He is missing a horse. Nevertheless, over on the side of Team EG, we have Demon playing as the floating Keeper of the Light, Malik to play as the Chen, Bulba playing as the Brewmaster, Universe to take up the role of that Venomancer, and Fear playing as a Lycan. And over on the side of Mousesports, we have Come With Me to take up the role of the Enigma, Black to play as a Lone Druid, Sing Sing playing as a Queen of Pain, 1437 to take up the role of that Windrunner, and finally we have Bambo to be playing as that Nature's Prophet. And how the lanes unfolding, how they're looking, using our wolves to scout for the runes, which is of course very smart, without a shadow of a doubt. Boots first for Keeper of the Light. This makes me somewhat think that Boots in the healing salve makes me think we're going to put in solo. Maybe in even the solo suicide lane, which can work. It can work out because you can really zone enemies with that Illuminate spell and prevent them from getting close to you because all of their health will be gone at all moments of the game. However, once someone gets a Necro Book, Keeper of the Light is going to start dying and killing himself. In the lanes, we'll see Brewmaster going solo mid. Over on the top, we're going to see Chen possibly alongside Keeper of the Light. Down the bottom, we'll have Fear taking the solo lane, playing on that Lycan, and Venomancer possibly going up top. We're going to see this tri-lane. I would really like to. Over on the side of Mousesports, we have Lone Druid going in the solo mid with Sing Sing up top, alongside 1437 playing on the Windrunner, and down in the bottom lane we have Fury taking the off lane, leaving of course Enigma in the jungle. Lane's a little bit different from what I would have expected. Seems we're going to have Demon alongside Bulba in this middle lane, and up the top this is of course going to... wait, now we're at bottom. The Venomancer alongside Chen in the bottom lane. Chen will be spending his time in the jungle. As to who will be taking top, seems it's going to be completely abandoned for the time being. Nice ward placement to give a good amount of vision to everyone that's nearby. The creep score, for some reason, never opened at any stage in the game, so this top lane's being completely abandoned, which just seems a little bit odd. And Sing Sing's just going to have absolute free farm going on over this top lane. I really don't know what to say about this. This is just really not what I would have expected. We're pulling out the different, goddammit, fraps. We're pulling out the different strats today, working on new things. And Bulba is diving in deep, dealing the aggression every single opportunity, getting last hits under their tower. Doesn't give a toss if he takes any hits, which he does, of course. Happens when you venture a little bit too close. And this top lane is still continuing to be completely 100% empty. A little bit odd, a little bit unexpected. But I'm sure Sing Sing isn't complaining, getting absolute free farm, although only 6 last hits, which I would have expected a bit more. Maybe it's just a bit weird to be like, why is this lane empty? What is going on? Seda Hell Call is secured up by the Chen. No doubt very happy about that. Venomaz are trying to deal with the aggression of these friggin' Treants. And Fear just farming it up in bottom, as you do with the Lycan. 7-1 on the Brewmaster. And on the Lone Druid, we are 9-3. Fairly even. However, great rune control to come out of the Brewmaster, securing himself a double damage rune. This is going to allow him to deal a lot of aggression to this Lone Druid. We can already see that's unfolding because the tower is perpetually pushed. He's taking a few hits every now and then. It's actually at full maximum HP. Double damage rune has been activated. Bulba wants to try and deal as much damage as he can. Meanwhile, we have Keeper of the Light venturing his way up top. Seems the top lane will finally be taken. A nice ward placement to be placed down by Demon. And now it's just going to be a game of spamming Illuminate. Level 1 Chakra Magic. Level 1 Illuminate. They're going to be spammed all day, every day. But I'm glad this top lane finally has a bit of occupation. We'll stop giving Sing Sing that free farm. Lycan, on the other hand, is 16-30 and is having a great time in comparison to Sing Sing 17-18-5. Actually fairly even thus far, but who can take better advantage of these last hits? It is most definitely the Lycanthrope. Got himself a Ring of Bacillus, going straight to Vladimir's as soon as he can, and he's already dealing some damage to this tower. There's no reason not to. There's very little that Bambo can do about it, aside from right-click him every now and then. But that's about it. 15-6 on Bulba, looking over at the Bear. At Black, we're 13-5. So again, a fairly even exchange of affairs towards this middle lane. Bulba trying to deal as much harassment as he can, but doing so against the Bear is a little bit difficult, especially when there's 2 heroes. Over on top, the right clicks are being dealt. Sing Sing actually getting awfully low on HP, while the Illuminate, or rather the Demon, is absolutely fine. Now, this is smart. Checking the runes with the Bear instead of just venturing there yourself. We're going to see that bottom has no rune, or yes it is. It has been secured here by the Lone Druid. Invisible Bears, folks. But it's mostly just for the denying. Illuminate to fly out, doing a nice chunk of damage, actually not hitting Come With Me, but killing all his conversions off and stealing the last hits. The Malphite stun has come down. Demon could find himself very dead, but he's getting caught off by the trees. He doesn't want to turn around. Power shot to fly out. Nicely dodged by Demon. The healing salve will bring him straight back to the health that he needs to be. Meanwhile, we're going on over a gank in Black. Venomous Gale to go out. The Centaur Khan is moving in. There goes a War Storm. Black is looking to be in a lot of trouble. Even Furying is TPing in. And there's a First Blood. Thunderclap to take the final kill. Brewmaster securing First Blood in the middle lane for the team of evil geniuses.
Dire's middle tower
Lycan getting ever so close to his Vlads. In fact, he pretty much has it right now. Just needs that Morbid Mask, which you can buy from the side shop. And Bambo could find himself very dead very fast. This is a Lycanthrope. He can deal a lot of damage. Bambo just can't get close. He can right-click every now and then, but he can't do anything more than that. Meanwhile, over the top lane, Sing Sing's diving in very deep. The courier might get taken down. One more right click will do it. Blink to right click, trying to hide in the trees. Looks like it has escaped from the might of Sing Sing. And now we're exchanging in right clicks. The Illuminate comes out. It's a little bit too late. The Keeper of the Light takes a fall to Sing Sing. Meanwhile, suddenly Come With Me in the bushes here. The split has been had, and the Brewmaster is hungry for a couple of kills. Stun to come down on Come With Me. He's looking very dead indeed. A few more right clicks is all we would need. The courier comes in. Jeez, these couriers are just daring today. There's another rock going to fly out. We need a couple more right clicks. There goes a rock. Come With Me is looking very dead indeed. Keeper of the Light has once again joined the fray. Sing Sing realizing he has to back off. Cannot fight this 1 versus 2. especially with no mana for an ulti or anything. Meanwhile, this bottom tower continuing to be pushed out by EG. Nature's Prophet can't really do much. We've got an army of wards, we've got some creeps to come out of Chen, bolstered by the skeletons. Then we have the wolves from Lycan. How do you stop a pushing force like this? I have no idea. We've got so much push. We've got Chen, we've got Lycan, as I've mentioned before. Should have brought this up before, actually. And this tier 1 tower is no doubt going to take a fall. Lycan going to be sent back to base, recuperate, pick up his Vladimir's, which he actually already has, so disregard that. Currently 33-7. And how annoying is this? You know, Sing Sing thinks everything's fine, suddenly Illuminate. Coming out of absolutely nowhere. While it didn't hit anyone, it forces Sing Sing back away from the lane. Can't really take it on as aggressively as he wants and just go straight for those last hits. Bemo going straight for a Midas. And Bulba finding himself in some trouble. The power shot nicely dodged by him is continuing on the run. He should be able to get away without too many problems at all. The team of Mousesports not wanting to pursue and secure a kill on him. Now, top Demon forced to TP out. The aggression from Sing Sing is a bit too much, and in actuality doesn't TP out. Decides to stick around because now it's like, hey, Queen of Pain backed off. I've got no reason to run. And we're just going to sit in the trees. We're going to spam out Illuminate. And it's going to be horrible. Watch the HP just disappear on Sing Sing. It's probably the most annoying thing you can deal with. It's definitely up there with the tornado coming in from a Wildkin. Horrible, horrible spell. Keeper of the Light is doing what Keeper of the Light does best. He's getting in some nice positioning, eating out some trees, or rather just killing them with a Quelling Blade to get himself in those nice little clutch positions to try and deal as much damage with that Illuminate as possible. Here comes the Tornado doing what the Tornado does best, a goddamn nuisance. And the team of EG are just going to push out this middle tower, and there's very little that can stop them, rather. Lycan has his ulti. That's a lot of potential damage to come out of him if they decide to pursue on this. But they are going to back off. Wolves being sent out to scout ahead suddenly. 1437 is found, and Lycan is going to TP out to safety. Bamboo trying to push out this bottom tower as best as possible, but in the end, it's just free farm for Fear. He's been getting plenty of it, 52-16 thus far. Unification going on in this middle lane for the team of Mousesports. Looks like we're hungry to pick up a Chen. However, we don't have the amount of speed that we need to try and pursue him. Nature's Prophet has joined the fray as well. However, he doesn't have any mana, so no sprouts, no treants are going to come out of him anytime soon. Wildkin and Troll Shaman to be secured up by Malik as he works his way towards a mechanism, already having boots in the buckler in hand. And Bambo's just doing a little bit of scouting about, making use of that invisibility which he has secured for himself. Well, we're currently out of bottle charges, so can't really harass as much as he would like. The rune, of course, getting denied by Nature's Prophet we saw a few moments ago. There's going to be unification going on alongside Malik. And we're going to push forward. Offensive ward to be placed down. Thunderclap to fly out. The power shot going to fly through. Not hitting anyone, however. Just a Chen creep. Meanwhile, Lycan working on this bottom tower. The end, a little army of wards have been placed down as well. And this bottom tower will take a fall. Fortification is not available. And team of Mousesports are a little bit too far away. And here's the power of Lycan killing towers all day, every day, at every single opportunity. Keeper of the Light TP's out to absolute safety. Item-wise, the bear's not looking too great. He's got 200 in the bank, and all he has are those phase boots. Buckler on the bear. Well, Chen getting ever so closer. We've pushed our way to the tier 3. We took out the tier 2, and we have no reason to stop. Bambo is a sole defender, and him alone will not be enough to stop the might of Lycan Fear. Lycan Brewmaster alongside that Venoman. So the army of wards doing a big chunk of damage, but they decide to back off because they figure, hey, Mousesports have to be moving in, right? And it seems they're not, so they're just going to continue to go push forward. They've got, again, no reason to stop. I'm somewhat surprised we haven't tried to take on Roshan as a lycanthrope. We can do it easy peasy. And this tier 3 tower might take a fall. Fortification is about to come off cooldown. The TPs are being had. Malphus stunned to fall down on Fear, and he's going to find himself in a lot of trouble. Popping his wolf bomb. Will be able to get away. The ulti is coming out from Sing Sing, and that is the death of the Lycan. The team of Mousesports finally get some delicious revenge, but not without a massive cost. Tier 1, tier 2 taking a fall, with the tier 3 being badly damaged. If we take a look at the gold graph, that has to be bugged. While there's no doubt that EG is going to have a nice advantage, it's not going to be that significant. Meanwhile, the XP, pretty unremarkable in terms of advantages and disadvantages. Just a slight advantage of the team of Mousesports. But I have no doubt with the tower control that the team of EG have secured for themselves, there's going to be a very nice amount of gold advantage secured for the team of EG. And Keeper of the Light doing what Keeper of the Light does best, but Fear is here as well. Blink to Screen to Shadow Strike. He's taking a lot of damage, trying to do what he can to survive, but Bulba alongside Fear are here to help out. The Hand of God goes down. Demon is absolutely fine. The Shadow Strike is ticking away, doing a bit of damage, but it's nowhere going to be enough to kill him. And the Tier 1 tower at the top lane takes a fall. The team of EG are just all over the map at this point, especially with Keeper of the Light. I totally forgot to even mention this, but Keeper of the Light can TP anyone he needs straight to him. And Mousesports are trying to take down Roshan, and this is a fairly smart idea. However, EG know about it. They most definitely know about it, and Mousesports are forced to back off or else fall to the might of Lycan.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane has a bit of momentum, should be absolutely fine. A little bit low in HP, but again, for the most part, absolutely fine.
Radiant's middle tower.
Lycan going straight for a Necro Book. Has his Vlads, just build Necro Books, and you will be one happy Lycan. As if the bulls aren't enough, you'll have those Necronomicon units to help you out. And this middle tower is getting pressured down a lot. 2 Troll Shamans, 4 Skeletons to come out. A nice deny to come out of the Enigma, however. Come With Me playing very well. Bit of denied gold for the team of EG, and of course it always helps. Illuminate to fly out. A lot of damage is about to be had. Ouch. Half of Come With Me's health immediately being taken down by that friggin' Illuminate. I actually think that spell is most definitely more annoying than the friggin' Tornado. And with the ultimate, you can't actually stop it. Sing Sing currently sitting on 60 to 10 just about. 900 in the bank. As he picks something up for himself, he doesn't seem to have all that much dodge considering he just has Treads, Wand, and a bottle. EG are lurking about in the jungle of Mousesports. We're looking for some easy gold, but I don't think we're going to find any, or maybe we will, except this ward placed down very nicely, and as a result, we're going to see all the members of EG lurking about because of this fantastic ward placement. And no one's going to venture into this jungle. However, Mousesports know that this Tier 1 tower, Tier 2 tower in the top lane is the next victim. It's getting right-clicked down very rapidly by Lycan. Fortification is available, but is, however, not going to be used by the team of Mousesports. Keeper of the Light going to simply TP out. The Courier's dived in deep. The rest of EG is simply going to stick around. They've got no reason to leave just yet. Counter-warding action to go down is very smart by EG. Absolutely know that a ward like this gives Mousesports great awareness in their own jungle and is going to make ganking a little bit difficult, unless they make use, of course, of a Smoke of Deceit, Dust of Deceit, which is a possibility without a doubt.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cover Me coming in on Demon. The right click from the conversion is a bit too much. If you lift it up in the air, the split has been used as well by the Beastmaster. Illuminate to fly out. Come With Me trying to do what he can. Demon's getting awfully low. Come With Me takes a fall. The conversion trying to do what they can, but there will be no kills had for him today. Meanwhile, this middle lane is being pushed out, and it's being pushed out hard. Power shot to fly through, doing a big chunk of damage to the creep wave. The Necronomicon unit is going to make life a little bit too difficult. The Shackle doesn't latch. The Bear trying to hold the line as best that he can. Entangle is going down left, right, and center. But again, it doesn't matter in the slightest. The Bear's tanky, but it's not tanky enough. And the team of EG have nothing to fear. They can just continuing right-clicking down the tower, especially with the 2 Troll Shamans. And Fear popping up his ulti. He's moving in on the offensive. Level 2 Necronomicon to be picked up by the Keeper of the Light. Level 1 Necro Book for Lycan. Keeper of the Light is currently looking at a level 2 one. And he's just going to continue to farm out the jungle. He can do so very well, very easily. Look at all the creeps die. And he's working his way ever so closer to that level 3 Necronomicon, which is just going to be great for pushing. As if EG don't have enough pushing, these 2 Troll Warlords are just fantastic. It's 4 Skeletons to bolster the creep wave. The Mousesports are hungry for revenge. We're pushing on this middle of the tower. Illuminate to fly out eliminates the creep wave entirely. Sing Sing's find himself caught out. He can't move or else he'll get... No, it's fine. It's fine. Duration of it runs out. Just TP's out to safety. The Illuminate. Watch the creep wave just get eliminated. Bang. Suddenly death. Oh, we're pushing out this top lane, venturing into the jungle. This could end badly for him. We have several members of Mousesports nearby, but thankfully they don't seem to catch him out. But wait, we're moving in just yet. He doesn't have his split available, so death is a real possibility for the Brewmaster if he does get caught out by the 3 members of Mousesports present in this top lane. And this is smart though. They're trying to bait him out. They're trying to pull the team of Mousesports towards this Brewmaster and distract them from the fact that right now EG are taking on Roshan. Roshan's going to fall in a very rapid manner. The Aegis of the Immortal, no doubt going to be secured up by the Lycan here. Well, we're backing off from the tier 1. And Mousesports have a feeling that something's going on, and now they know the Aegis of the Immortal secured by the Lycanthrope, with Roshan falling to the might of EG. And EG can just unify this middle lane and they can push this tower out. They've got a great composition. Level 2 Necrobook. Level 3 Necrobook on the Lycan, I believe. Yes, indeed. And how is a Keeper of the Light looking? I still believe it's level 2. Malphite's stunned to come down somewhere. I don't even know. Keeper of the Light, level 2 Necrobook. And the Illuminate completely obliterating the creep wave every single time. Reverse. Thinking of going in on the Queen of Pain, but Sing Sing has some nice escapability. Taking him down will not be an easy feat in the slightest. You can simply blink into the trees. Venomous Gale to go down. Bulba is moving in, or Fear is moving in rather, but just blinks straight into the trees. The Wolves can't reach him, Lycan can't reach him, and he gets away. Easy peasy. And Mousesports are looking very lost in this game. I would like to look at the gold graph, but that's obviously bugged. But I have no doubt that the team of EG are going to have a significant gold advantage. What with every single one of their exterior towers being taken down? Probably going to be a fairly significant gold advantage. Especially with the Lycan and the Roshan kill, the farming that he's had. Good amount of last hits to come out of that Lycan. Now we're pushing in on the tier 3 top. There's little that Mousesports can do about this. They can't really push in. There's a lot of AoE damage to come out of them. And the Necrobook units are doing work. 1437 getting very low thanks to that friggin' Illuminate. Furion TPing in to try and help out how he can. The ulti flies out. Melee getting awfully low, but the mech charge brings them straight back to where he needs to be. And the Hand of God is still available in case things get very dire for the team of EG. The tier 3 tower takes a fall. Shackle flies out. Nice shackle to the Necronomicon unit. Power shot to fly through. But it's not going to do much. Bulba moving in. The split has been had. Hand of God is flying out as well. Bambo is looking very dead. 1437 not looking in a great situation either. Sing Sing trying to do what he can, but it's not enough, and the barracks are going to fall, and no retaliation can be had by the team of Mousesports. And from here on out, EG is simply going to rotate to the mid. They're going to kill this barracks. They can probably kill the bottom one as well. And once again, there's nothing that Mousesports can do about this. Except for maybe a really sick black hole to come out of Come With Me. They're not grouping up together, they're splitting apart. They know that one black hole could be their downfall, and as a result, they're staying back, they're playing the safe. Bulba getting caught out, Shadow Strike to go down to the mech charge, going to heal everyone up, straight back to where they need to be. Once again, Malphite's starting to come down on the Dark Troll Warlord. We really want to kill it, and it will finally take a fall. Fuck that. Screw that thing, sorry. And this tier 3 tower barely survives this engagement, standing on just a measly 291 points of health. Suddenly Bambo, trying to do what he can, he actually takes the tier 1 and closes in on the tier 2. The damage might just barely be enough, but it is just going to be brought in deny range, which it currently is, and Fear will be able to just simply right click this down or just walk away and not give a crap. 93 last hits on the Keeper of the Light. He is very happy with himself. He also doesn't have a horse, he's floating and has an invisible staff. Gandalf is very confused right now. Like, what's going on? Why don't I have a horse? I'm floating. What the hell is this? Wizard, explain this to me. Bambo potentially being caught out, but I don't think there's all that much damage that Melee can do. Melee also making his way towards a Necrobook. It's Necrobook City to come out of the team of EG. No reason to stop pursuing. Sing Sing trying to deal with as much aggression as he can. Shackle flies out, doesn't let Sing Sing forced to stand still because of that mana leak. Now EG, the mechanism has been dropped. The tier 3 tower takes a fall. Sing Sing trying to do what he can, but what he can is not all that much. Can't even deal out the AoE damage because these Necrobook units will simply kill him due to the reflection damage. We're catching out of Bambo. Bambo will simply TP out to safety. The tier 3 and the barracks is taking a fall over in the middle lane, and EG is simply going to rotate to bottom, and triple Raxing is about to unfold. Come With Me knows he needs to get a black hole off, but the mana break is going to make that very difficult. And now in comes the Brewmaster, in goes a Malphite stun, and trying to do what he can. The Shackle comes down, a nice Shackle. There goes a black hole, fantastic black hole. Hand of God to fly out, however, they don't have the damage they need to follow it up. And the GG well played coming out of the team of Mousesports. Well, we can just right-click everyone straight to death. Going in on Bambo, trying to TP himself out to safety. Will the damage be enough? The answer is no. He's back to the safety of the fountain, and Mousesports can't even leave it. Already disconnecting from the game. Dead is dead, sorry, as Sing Sing just said. And the first game is being secured by the team of VG. Sing Sing once again trying to do what he can, but the mana leak makes life very difficult. In comes the Illuminate. The damage is going to be dealt, sending wards straight into the fountain, flying out a lot of damage. Bulba blinking straight in, the split being had. However, he's trapped in the Sprout, and the tower damage might be enough. Yes, indeed. Bulba takes a fall. Very silly indeed. In comes Sing Sing trying to do what he can. Demon Shadow Strike to fall down on him. The mana break can't do much. Fury and TPing in. We really want to catch off Demon. Screw this guy in his level 3 Necro Book. Scream actually just barely misses him in there. In comes the right click. The damage will not be enough. Chen is sending him back to base, and the mechanism being dropped down as well. Sing Sing forced to try and run away as slow as he can, but suddenly a BKB Lycan, and this is the death of Sing Sing. Double kill for the Lycan. Bambo trapping himself in the trees, however, he didn't TP out. I don't think it was on cooldown, but he will be able to TP himself back to safety this time. Meanwhile, Sing Sing bringing away to safety. The Ancient has taken a fall, and game 1 is secured by the team of EG. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Defense 2. This has been EG versus Mousesports in the playoff. Game 1 of a best of 3. Can Mousesports bring it back in the next game, or will EG cleave over their face, making it 2-0? We'll have to wait and see.